then hands me a mirror to get a look at the cut. And once I glanced at my hair, everything went dark around me. The world froze for a couple seconds. The only thing present in this plane of existence was me and that mirror. My hair was done. There's very few things in this life that I fear up to this point. If I go down the list of all the wildest things I either witnessed or been involved in, boy, I would be reading that list with a 1,000-yard stare. And that's no exaggeration. Like, I've seen death knock on a couple people's doors because it was eviction day, if you know. Crackheads roaming the street, putting on a Broadway performance, getting into random altercations in public, like an episode of Family Guy. And now I would say I've just become numb to all the shenanigans life has to offer. But you know a fear that would even make a grown man like me tremble to my feet? A bad barber experience. Like, let me put things into perspective. I would rather be in the movie Us, being hunted down by doppelganger family members that are out to murder me, than going 1 week leaving a barbershop with a hairline playing a bad game of Tetris. Like, let's move on. I'm getting PTSD. Now, throughout my childhood, I've had an array of very bad cuts from certain barbershops. And when I throw in the word bad, I leave some of these chairs looking like I'm fresh out of a brain surgery. Head wrapped up in bandages, lost so much blood I started near. But there's one incident with a particular barber that is forever integrated into my memory for as long as I live. So I was around 12 years old at the time, living in Chicago. I had been growing out a high top, fresh out of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, with a little Tupac juice design, right? Like, it had gotten to a decent length. My mom decided one day it was time to do some trimming. Now, you see, growing up with this archetype of a black mother, they don't like your hair getting to a certain length. Now, what is that length, you might ask? Boy, you better be cool with a buzz cut for the rest of your childhood days. But at this point, I'm in too deep with my hair, like, you know the fear of coming to school with all your hair shaved off like a goddamn farm sheep. It's a death sentence. But again, my mom is black, so of course, to avoid an almighty United States smash to my buttocks, I got the $5 Little Caesars hot and ready. Left that barbershop ready to sign up to the Marines and shit. And it wasn't the best day in school the following week. Fast forward a couple months later, I started to grow back a decent little fro, still rocking the high top look, just without the Nike logo on the side. Now, I ain't gonna lie, though the high top was a cool look and all, it started to get boring, and I was in search of a new hairstyle to add some spice to things. And by coincidence, a lot of the boys in my school started to get burst fade mohawks, which caught my attention a lot. Even though I never had a mohawk, I decided after one Friday, coming home from school, it was time to enter my big T era. So I asked my mom if I can get some Mario coins to get this cut. She gives me the money, and that following Saturday, I pull up to my local barbershop. See, this one spot I mainly got my cuts at would always get me right, man. My boy Sherman, whom I still get cut by to this day, has been trimming me up for some years now, like damn near when I was like 9. And this man is like Drake with the Clippers, bro. He just doesn't miss.
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
And this around the time of the year he was the most active in the shop. So it was to my surprise when I peered through the window of the shop and I didn't see him. But I saw another dude, we'll call William. Now, unlike Sherman, William, to my knowledge, was fairly new to the shop, only really being there for like 5 months. And I got a previous cut from him and they were alright. Not on Sherman's level, but It's manageable. So I walk up to the door and knock on the glass so he can buzz me in. The shop, by the way, is a ghost land at this point, right? No one is in here. I walk up to William and ask, hey, what's up with it, William? How you doing? What's up, little man? Just been chilling. Slow day in the shop, as you can see. Yeah, I can see. But you know if Sherman's gonna be here at any point? I wanted to see if he can get me cut real quick. Oh yeah, he ain't gonna be here today. He got some business to handle, but you can come on and take a seat. I'm gonna get you right. So at that moment, I was like, okay, cool. Nothing to worry about. He gonna get me straight. Let's let it do what it do. I take a seat. He puts the barber cape around me and sets up his equipment. Before he started the cut, he asks, so what you looking to get today? Alright, so I want a burst fade on the side, take a little off the top so it can match with the hair in the back, and we'll call it a day. Wait, so you want like a burst fade type look? Yeah, basically. You know it's low back here? Like, it's not gonna match with the top unless you want me to cut it to a 2 and not go in with the 1. I don't know what that means, but yeah, just try to blend it with the back. I don't want too much off the top. Bro kind of just stared at me and then looked at my hair. He looked back at me and said, well, I'll see what I can do. Now, even though William went into this cut with not the highest level of confidence, I wasn't tripping. Nothing in my mind at that point made me think that he would let me down in the slightest. So he starts to cut my hair, doing what it do. Then after like 7 minutes, someone comes knocking at the door. William and I look to the door and see this little kid, who I assumed he recognized because he muttered the words, oh my God, here goes this little. So he buzzed the door and lets the kid inside and start having barber talk. I forgot the conversation they had, but it mainly consisted of them just talking shit to each other. Little shorty comes in clowning, saying some shit like, here go your bald head self in here. And William probably rebuttals with, I know your reject little Bill character head. I didn't really care to tune in on the convo cause this is just standard hood barber behavior. Nothing out of the ordinary. Then they stopped talking for a while, you know. It's real silent due to the fact they finished their conversation. The kid, who was pretty much sitting right in front of me, glances at my hair and I hear a I instantly gave this little the Russell Westbrook stare of death before I even reacted. William said, what you laughing at? Nothing. This is where alarms started to go off. I was almost certain that this little was laughing at my cut. And if we were to put that in the equation and then carry the two, divide the least common denominator, subtract what's left in parentheses, in conclusion, my gang, like my fuck. But I calm myself mentally, right? You can't judge work until you got the finished product. So he continues with the cut. I'm chilling, waiting for him to finish. And throughout the next 25 minutes, my anxiety was slowly starting to peak. William would work on a section of my hair and stand back to look at it from afar. And then the look on his face was never reassuring. Like once he started doing 90-degree rotations with his neck, trying to see if my haircut looks better upside down and shit, I internally was bricks and cement. But after a while, he finally gets done with the cut and starts to freshen me up. And for some reason, a sense of ease enters the atmosphere. I'm in my head like, you know what? Maybe I've been overthinking this whole thing. I feel like he got me right, man. William ain't gonna let your boy down like that. William then hands me a mirror to get a look at the cut. And once I glanced at my hair, everything went dark around me. The world froze for a couple seconds. The only thing present in this plane of existence was me and that mirror. My hair was done. Bro, half of my mohawk is leaning, gang. Like my shaped like a skateboard ramp. Tony Hawk could fuck around and bust a ollie on my fuck a mohawk. This a Mo Falcon, gang. A fucking Mo Eagle. The only good thing that came out of this cut was the lining, but that didn't make up for the monstrosity on my top. And if it couldn't get any worse, William pulled out his phone, about letting out a chuckle saying, hold on now. I gotta get a picture of this shit. Like, this shit sounded funny. He actually was finding humor in this shit till this day. I still think this was a form of child abuse. Like, you know what you done, and you still laugh in my face. I wish I could have asked him, yo, what did I do to you? What you mean? I gave you what you asked for. Now, I told you the back was too short to blend in with the top. So what I tried to do was take the sides down with a 1, blend the back with a 2, so I could go in with the 3 to make the 2 blend better. But see, near the first guideline didn't match what I did with the 2, so I hit the 3 with the 1. Bro, you hear me? You seem distracted. Distracted? Me? Nah, I'm all ears like Mickey Mouse's bitch ass. I'm trying to process this, you know. Why does my mohawk look like this? I know this ain't what you were looking to get, but look, my old man always used to tell me that sometimes in life, it ain't about the haircut itself, it's the journey. When you enter this barber seat, don't think about the cuts. It's the enjoyment of time you spend with the good people of your neighborhood. Okay, alright, you're playing games. Alright, check it out. If I slap the shit out you, I can just say it's for the enjoyment of my 5 fingers going across your motherfucker. And just to remind y'all, this was a Saturday, meaning school was in 2 days. And my hair look like I'm cosplaying figures. What the fuck? So 2 days pass and I get to school and I try to play it cool. I'm moving under the radar like Special Agent Oso. I get to my first period class, which was science, and go to take a seat. Ooh, what they do to your hair, gang? And almost instantly, that under the radar shit was out the window heading to Siberia. They started clowning, bro. Niggas start grabbing my head, expecting my shit. One of the top 10 most embarrassing days of my childhood. Every class I entered, I was the center of attention like Taylor Swift walked into the building. And yeah, the following week was filled with endless roast. And after that, about a month went by and my hair got long enough to get it evened out. Moral of the story, bro, why the fuck did I want a mohawk?